Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'm here to walk you through the crypto markets. First things first, we're going to talk about Bitcoin here on the short-term time frame. Then we're going to be hitting up the mid-term time frame. Bit wonky actually, not happy with that. And then we're going to be hitting up a bit of the long-term. We're going to hit on the daily, probably going to touch on the weekly a bit as well, because we've got some interesting things happening, guys. Very, very interesting. Still bullish, but very interesting stuff happening at the end of the day here. Right now, after that, we're going to be doing some fear and greed index. We're going to be doing some other charts in terms of like whale ratio and open interest and all that juicy stuff. And then we're going to be hitting up my 3 altcoins of the day, guys. This is 3 altcoins that I've chosen to showcase to you today, and they are EOS, IOTA, and a bit of GRT as well. I need to turn my music up ever so much. Move your body. So my 3 altcoins today to showcase to you are IOTA, EOS, and GRT, because we've got some interesting stuff happening with those as well. So some potential positions and some really nice TA to be looking out for there as well. But yeah, I hope you're all doing well on this fine Friday morning. I know a lot of you live for a Friday, so happy Friday to you. Massive thanks for the likes, guys. We've got 13 likes on the stream already. Absolutely unreal. In terms of shout outs coming through there, we got Phoenix, we got Leader Crypto, we got Paul, we got Dave, we got Oscar, we got Slothbag, we got Lev's Lab, we got Leader Crypto, my brother. I'm saying Chester for president. Funny stuff there, man. We got Tom, we got Mohammed, we got Ivo, nicely on the stream there, Ivo. We got Tony, we've got Hero Optimist popping by as well to say hello. Music is sort of loud, dude. Oh yeah, I think I did turn it up quite a bit. Let me turn that down. Hopefully that's okay. And we got Nico as well. Nice to see you all on the stream. Do appreciate you supporting the channel out here. And a little update on the old subscribers, guys. We're gaining subs like absolute mad here. Literally like 2.1k now. We hit like 2k like yesterday or something. So yeah, really, really crazy stuff. But yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Don't want to keep you guys too long today. 17 likes as well, guys. Honestly, your likes really do not go unappreciated because they really are helping out the channel, right? They really, really are. So yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Bitcoin now. What is happening? This is filth. Absolutely filthy. Just because what I would say here, guys, it's not the end of the world. Yes, this is a bit of a lower high now from the previous all-time high, which yes, it does suck. It is a bit bearish, but to be honest, we knew this was going to happen. We didn't think it's going to go straight to the goddamn moon straight away. We knew it would just probably tap the previous all-time high, set a bit over, and then come back down. It's what it does. It's what the whales do. It's just pure manipulation, guys. It's what they're going to do to make as most money as possible right now. So now basically what we're seeing is obviously this lower high from the all-time high coming through there. We're seeing a massive downward sloping resistance line actually forming here on the hourly, and it's very, very congruent in terms of this downtrend. It's actually really holding out, guys. A lot of us thought it was actually going to break here and we would have seen some momentum to the upside. That would have been the sort of ideal scenario to be happening here, especially after this bullish divergence coming through here from the RSI as well. But no, we did see a big spike up in the price, but the Viva resistance is still playing out from this zone, which, to be honest, is actually really quite fascinating, because that does actually say there's still quite a lot of selling power in the air for Bitcoin, right? Even though everyone's insanely bullish, and insanely greedy right now. It's just quite interesting to see actually how it's still playing out like this, right? Now, this is where it gets a bit choppy. A bit of chop in the ocean here, just because, as you can see, guys, we're getting ever so close here to this point here. This point here, and when I say this point here, I mean, look, we've got this level of support on this trend line, this upward sloping support line coming through multiple times. We've just lost that, guys. We've just lost that. So now, where are we? We're in this filthy, filthy trap zone right now. We're in this filthy trap zone, and this is basically, it could be a very nice reversal point for us there for Bitcoin. But if we do lose this trend line, guys, it's going to be looking quite progressive to the downside. And when I say quite progressive to the downside, I mean the target, first time target is going to be around 60,756 for the short term. As you can see, this is going to be the most recent higher low to be looking out for there. If we invalidate that, we're probably going to be coming down to the next level there at 60,347. A bit of information there for you day traders. A couple of things to be looking out for. Just to touch on the RSI, because we were talking about this yesterday, this pretty strong level of resistance coming through here. We have seen this play out quite a few times now. And yeah, we did actually see this basically play out yet again, perfectly colliding. What's that word? What's that? Comparing perfectly with this trend line as well. Correlating, there she is, brain turn on already. Yeah, so that correlating perfectly with that trend line there on the daily. Not on the daily, on the hourly. So yeah, points to watch today here, guys, would definitely be this this trend line, this upward sloping support line at this point in time at 61,100 and 61,200. My numbers are really off today. 61,213 there. That's definitely a point to be looking out for. In terms of that bullish divergence coming through there, that did actually play out as we did see that massive pump to the upside there. It's going to be very interesting to see if we actually come lower here, guys. If we are going to come lower, probably not lower than here, we are probably going to see the RSI come down, and then maybe we're going to see the validation of this bullish divergence actually coming back in there. So that's another point to be looking out for there on the hourly. Moving on, I would say volume's actually really quite low on the hourly. Really quite low, just in comparison. It's just a lot of retail dumb money at the moment. It's not quite any big, juicy, big dog whales coming through. So yeah, the shark attacks are pretty low. They're pretty low at the moment. Yeah, moving on to the midterm here, guys. See, Restless in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream there, man. BTC's getting wrecked, apparently. BTC dominance, sorry. Yeah, we see the downtrend actually prevailing really quite well. Nice stuff coming through there. Now, BTC here on the midterm, guys. This is where it gets a bit more choppy, a bit more interesting. We've got this trend cycle that we were talking about yesterday, right? Trend cycle we were talking about yesterday. We're going to get to that very shortly, indeed. We will get to that. Don't you rest assured. Rest assured. Now, guys, as you can see here, this is the Gann Fan that we've been talking about for quite a while, coming down from the all-time high. It keeps saying previous. Just gonna have some water, see if I can get my brain working, and then we'll try again. And my throat is still pretty terrible. Yeah, so all-time high Gann Fan chart pattern coming down there, guys. You can see the levels of support, the levels of resistance that we are finding along this zone. Heavy resistance here, levels of support, heavy resistance here, levels of support. Hello, we literally just lost the level of support here on this Gann Fan on the halfway point, and this is what we were kind of looking for a bit of a better reversal sort of chart pattern coming through there. Didn't quite get there, unfortunately not. But this does mean, guys, as you can see, we do have a chart pattern coming through that it's a descending triangle, and yes, unfortunately, they do tend to usually break to the downside. It's a downwards continuation chart pattern here. Usually at the end of a downtrend. So if we were seeing one probably somewhere around this sort of area here, it'd be a lot more confirmation that we were basically going to break to the downside. But you can see here, we've actually got a bit of an uptrend here. We've got a bit of an uptrend invalidating this lower high here. So that basically means it could actually break either way here, guys. We've got the Gann Fan halfway point actually set through, coming through. You can see this little juicy blue line coming through. Then you can see the support that we find on that. If we are going to actually break this to the upside, we're actually going to have quite a lot of support to the lower side when that breakout is to come into fruition there. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if that is going to happen there. Potential for some sort of little Bitcoin scalp long coming through there. Probably not going to be the biggest thing in the world there, guys. But if we are going to see Bitcoin run up, this could be something just to basically take advantage of. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice, guys. You know the score here. We're here for education, not to just blindly copy trades, right? I know a few of you do anyway, but yeah, obviously it's at your own risk, of course. But yeah, this is definitely a Bitcoin trade that I would be looking for to the upside if we are going to break there. Obviously, guys, you know the score here with staggering take profits all the way up, literally like all the way up. This is going to be a very, very risky area to be trading here, especially if you are going to be high leveraging, just because you've got a lot of areas of resistance here, continuous resistance. If you are going to be long here, it's going to be a risk. It's definitely going to be a risk, but it's a measure move, guys. We can profit from a breakout, and it's a very nice chart pattern as well, planning out very, very well. You can see the support to the lower side. Now, if we are going to talk about the lower side here, guys, what I do want to say is we're going to bang another horizontal in here just for this trap zone coming through, because if we are going to actually dump to the downside, guys, I do want you to really be aware of this, just because if we are going to see us actually have the continuation to the downside here, this is the trap zone, guys. It's called a trap zone for a reason. You're looking, if you're in this zone, if you're wicking down to this zone, if you don't get, even if you get a congruent candle close there, you're probably like to see reversal there. So that might be what the whales might be waiting for, just to trap a load of you out. And as you can see, guys, the buy up from this zone is really quite strong. Multiple times there. The buy up from this zone is really quite strong. So if we do see imminent dumpage to the downside, I would actually be looking for a bounce point at around this 60,400, that sort of area. If we lose 60k, guys, that's gonna be it's going to be a rough time. It's going to be a rough time. And the reason for this is, guys, you can see this congruent higher low point that we've actually got coming through here at 59,000, sort of 900, that sort of area there. So yeah, if we do lose that, then it is looking a bit more progressive to the downside, right? We are going to be actually counting these as really, really strong lower highs there, invalidating this higher low. We're probably going to see continuation to the downside or continuation to this 58,000, at least the most recent low from the previous all-time high, guys. So yeah, interesting stuff there. As if says Brexit skinhead token 100x. Interesting, man. Interesting. He says you all the way geezer. That 62k is max pain for leverage contracts today. Interesting take there here, Optimist. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. I think there's a lot of Ethereum contracts ending today as well. I think that's another statistic that we need to throw into the works for you Ethereum traders out there. But yeah, let's carry on with this Bitcoin update coming through. If we do lose the 62k, guys, if we do lose the 60k there, I would say 58 is going to be on the cards coming down to challenge this point, guys. Really crucial. If we do actually lose this zone, then the next bounce point is going to be this, the one of one section on the Gann Fan, and also we do have a pretty strong trend line to the downside coming through here. So we just need to basically plan for this going to be the low point. If we are going to see a low point there, it could be a big it could be a big bounce point coming through there. So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for the future there, guys. In terms of like predictions and stuff like that, it just basically all depends on where we're going to break, guys. It really does. It depends on where we're going to break. And but at this point in time, just looking at the chart, it's annoyingly bullish because obviously we've got this low point, we've got the higher lows continuously. We haven't actually invalidated any higher lows, and this is why it's really quite crucial where we actually break here, because if we start invalidating higher lows, then the prediction wise, we're basically going to be at these levels. The predictions are going to be 59k. The predictions are going to be the lower side of this trap zone at 60k there. But in terms of if we break to the upside, as I was saying there, guys, it's more of a sideways sort of accumulation zone coming through there. Also I think there's something going on here as well. Yeah, all exchanges whale leverage, all exchanges whale ratio, guys, it's actually come down drastically like recently, right? It's actually come down drastically, and that actually shows a lot more stability in the markets, right? A lot more stability in the markets, which is really quite good. Really quite good. It actually shows also that altcoins are potentially just going to go a bit stagnant for a little bit, which is it could be a bit of an accumulation zone, especially for the ones that are already quite like peaking at the moment. So like VET, for example, crypto.com, for example, imminent breakouts for both of them as well. Really good stuff. HEI, gonna have some more water, and then we're gonna carry on. I'm on the short term for some reason. Yeah, very messy chart now. I've been drawing all over it. But yeah, in terms of breakout scenarios to be looking out for, guys, that's a long position definitely to be looking out for. But obviously do your own research and all that juicy stuff coming through there. Now, looking at this right here, right now, we're looking at basically humongous trend line from the top side here on the RSI. Very interesting stuff coming down there. So we know there's definitely going to be some sort of resistance to the upside if we do see us actually see progression in terms of buying momentum. And guys, that could be one of these horizontal lines that I was saying about in terms of a take profit point. Very crucial stuff for a reversal. So if we are going to be entering any sort of long position here in terms of a reference point, this is going to be very congruent, guys. It's going to be very correlative. We do need to be referencing this on the midterm here for reversals coming through for price action there for Bitcoin BTC. Now you can see on the lower side here, guys, we've got actually a lovely level of support here. It's actually formed it twice. We've actually bounced perfectly off that zone. Now we are actually seeing continuation to the downside here on the RSI, which could be meaning we're going to see a lovely bounce level coming around this sort of area. If that is going to happen, guys, you will be seeing this on the RSI onto this trend line as well. So it's definitely another point to be looking out for there. Let's have a little look at the old Mackie D there. And also just want to talk about here on the RSI. You can see obviously we've got this low point coming through. You can see this higher low here, which is obviously bullish momentum coming through there. And now we've actually come down on the RSI, and we're actually challenging this lower high here. We're actually challenging this lower high, which is actually not good, guys. It's not good. It actually shows a bit of a bearish sign, selling momentum to the downside there. So yeah, not too hot, but still not too bad, right? Now you can see this trend cycle that we like to do our trend cycles on this channel because we've seen it play out multiple times coming through, which is actually really good tool, and not a lot of people actually use this, guys, in terms of cycles like so. as you can see, we do have a low point, we do have a higher low, another higher low coming through. You can see actually the congruent reversal here from this zone. It's actually really quite good. So we do see more momentum to the downside here, like we were talking about on the RSI. It's actually going to correlate very, very well with this reversal point on this downwards trend cycle that we've got coming through on the MACD here on the midterm, guys. So yeah, definite reversals points to be looking out for if we are going to bounce there. But this is the really like kind of crucial stuff, guys. If we lose this cycle here on the MACD, if we lose this zone here on the RSI, and we're in the imminence for a breakout to the downside, we really could be looking for some sort of position to the downside, guys. And that's going to be a short position, and it's going to be looking something along the lines of this. And also, I just want to say, trap zone here, so we probably won't be entering in the trap zone, so it's not going to be a huge position, but it's going to be something. If there's going to be a scalp there, it's going to be a 1.2 sort of percent there. So yeah, not too bad. Definitely a couple of things to be looking out for in terms of confirmation for this position to be coming into fruition there. But yeah, that's going to be your 4-hour midterm update there for BTC. I went a bit crazy there with that one. We got Skynamex in the chat there early in the stream today as well, my good sir. 18 minutes in as well. Do appreciate you stopping by and coming through, and I hope you're all good. My guy coming through there. You appreciate the support. As if it says, all banter mate, jokes aside, where do you see Solana's price going short term next week or two? I don't think Solana's done yet, man. I think we could see probably a bit of sideways action just to validate what we have seen in the coming weeks that have just come, right? It's been pretty mental there for Solana, but what I would say is I'm actually very, very bullish on Solana just in general, and I really think we've got some progression left to go. Really, really do. Honestly, I really do. Now, Bitcoin here on the daily coming through here. Obviously, we've got all-time highs coming through from this point here. You can see the trend line coming up to that zone. We do actually have, guys, this is where it gets quite interesting and quite contradictory coming through here. And the reason why I'm saying that is because obviously we do have scenarios where we could break down to the lower side here. Not huge, but we could break down to around 59k here for Bitcoin on the midterm. But here on actually, no, it's going to correlate very, very well with the bounce point of this bullish pennant chart pattern there. So yeah, it's actually not too bad. It's not actually going against each other, which is interesting. I thought we'd be coming a bit lower than that. But yeah, so as you can see there, guys, we're going to be sat at around 59,900 sort of if we do see the measurement of completion there. And to be fair, yeah, no, that is actually going to, yeah, it's going to correlate with actually a very nice wick to the lower side from this bullish pennant chart pattern that you can see here on the daily. As you can see here, guys, a little bit of a trap zone coming through in terms of the wicks there, because we like to go on the candle bodies for more of a congruency. And yeah, as if I will actually I'll touch on Solana, I think, when we do get to the altcoin request part of the show, man. I will touch on Solana because I know a lot of people are wanting to know about it, right? Dan B says, sup, Chester, haven't been around for a while, had a little break, but I'm back. Hey, man, it's nice to have a little break from charts now and then. You actually, when you actually have a break and you sit back and you go, well, you go and do your own thing for a bit, and you're there like, oh, God, I really was putting like 8 hours a day into charting. It's not the end of the world if you're doing that, guys, as long as you're enjoying yourself. Like for me, when I'm charting, it's like a hobby. I really enjoy it, so it's like, it's not even work, right? Money or not, I enjoy picking apart a chart. It's good stuff. But yeah, so we do have a symmetrical triangle chart pattern coming through here from the all-time high, guys, and this is where we see an all-time high. We see lower highs being created, very, very congruent lower high. As you can see, this reversal point sat around 63,000, which we did see pretty much 4 or 5 days ago here. So you can see that point coming through, and obviously the rejection. Now, that means we do have a very big reversal point along this zone here. Trend line, downward sloping resistance line coming through there. But also, you can see the levels of support here on the lower side that we've been forming in terms of higher lows, right? This is a symmetrical triangle chart pattern, guys, at the top of an uptrend, right? Symmetrical triangle chart pattern at the top of an uptrend. You know what that means. It's called a bullish pennant chart pattern, guys, and it basically signifies upwards momentum coming through, continuation to the upside. That's ideally what we want here, please. No, that's ideally what's going to happen, guys. That's something that really could come into fruition there, and it's obviously a very bullish chart pattern coming through, and obviously the whole market's pretty bullish at the moment, so yeah, I don't see a reason why this isn't going to come off here. Depending on where we break here is where it's going to get really quite interesting, because the break point is around 62, 63 sort of K there. The longer it takes, the lower the breakout is going to be here. But that obviously is going to mean here, guys, here, we do have, depending on where we're going to break, we do obviously have this lower high coming through, which is obviously a very congruent reversal point, which we have been looking at. Now, this is where it gets interesting because we are looking for any sort of long position here. It is going to be around a 6.86%, so really quite a nice move there for Bitcoin if it is going to actually come up there. And to be honest, I think it is overdue, and I do think we've been chilling out for quite a while now. We just need another big whale to sort of jump in, and then it's all just going to bang the price up, right? So yeah, that's definitely a congruent breakout to be looking out for the future there. Price targets, as I said, it's going to be all-time highs there, guys. We're going to be tapping all-time highs at 67,000. We're going to be breaking all-time highs at just about 67k. We just hit 67k. So yeah, I do think the completion of the measure move will probably actually wick over that, guys. So just be cautious. And we know the whole all-time high rule, guys. If we're setting all-time highs, we're likely to actually retrace to previous all-time highs. 80% of the time, we do that. We do that. Now, obviously, as you can see here, this is going to bring us up to that 67,200 sort of zone there. Whether we have continuation from there, to be honest, when I'm in a trade like this and it's a 6.86% trade, I'm really not going to care. I'm going to be exiting my trade there, guys. That's going to be it. But staggering tape profits all the way up. You know the score. Now, in terms of the volume profile visible range here, you can see actually how strong this area is. This lower area that we've got here, if we're to lose this 60,000 there, this is where it gets really quite bad, guys. If we break to the downside here and we lose this 60k, it's really going to be quite bad because you can see actually how much resistance we don't really have here. We really don't have here, so I really would expect us to be coming down to 55k, 56k, 57k, that sort of area, this sort of consolidatory area there. If we do actually get down there, probably a nice big bounce and then a big buy up coming through from there, because I know a lot of people are actually waiting for lower prices there for Bitcoin. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there for Bitcoin in terms of price predictions there. But as I said, just to summarize here for the daily, bullish pennant chart pattern, guys. Continuation to the upside. It looks hopeful. This is definitely going to be a Bitcoin trade that I'm going to be jumping into if all the stars align, right? in terms of this juicy hash ribbons signal that we saw coming through here, looking pretty progressive, as we said here. Hash rate's still miles apart, guys, so we're still really far away from a close from anyone who is holding this long all the way back from at 44,600 there. I'm actually holding it from 43,800, I think it is. Yeah, 43,800. I got it on the pullback because I thought it was going to actually have a pullback there. I got it on the pullback, 43,800. So yeah, in terms of a profit right now for that, just on a summary, we're currently sat at around 40% in profit. Money, gains. You all know why we're here. We're here to make money. It's as simple as that. So yeah, if you guys did want this indicator for free, just jumping on the back test ever so quickly. As you can see here on this chart, we're going to be starting off with $10,000 here. We've had 5 trades over the course of maybe like a couple of years, right? 5 trades over the course of a couple of years. But these trades are big dogs, guys. They're really big dogs trades. As you can see, 40% in the most recent one. This one coming through from here on the 5th of December all the way up to the 26th of April. So very long trades here, guys. As you can see, very big dogs. They're big dogs in the pond. Big dogs in the pond. Obviously, March crash. This is the only actually trade that we actually lost here. It's going to be the March Black Swan COVID event coming through. And if that didn't happen, we would have actually had continuation to the upside, and it would have been a successful trade. But yeah, apart from that, it's always been pretty good in terms of percentages there, guys. And guys, if you want this indicator, you can get it for free, right? I'm going to show you how. No, yeah, just go to the indicator tabs at the top of your chart there and just type in hash ribbons backtest by Bitcoin Beats, guys. And that is my older brother. It's my older brother. He's got a YouTube channel. If you haven't seen him before, go check him out. Amazing YouTuber, amazing trader. Amazing trader. Pretty much inspired me to get on the boat with the whole trading thing. And yeah, really cool stuff. So yeah, go check out his YouTube channel, and also if you want that indicator for free, go download it, right? And you can literally, obviously nothing I say is a financial advice, guys, you know that. But to be honest with you, you can blindly just long it when it tells you to long, right? As you can see, clean example there. Currently up 40% on one of the exchanges that I have, right? Now, moving on, waffling on a little bit there. So moving on, let me do bull market barrier, because we're getting, if we do see a measure move completion here, guys, or we see a nice breakout, we're going to be actually clearing the top side of the bull market barrier, and we know what that means. Money. That means progression. That means bull markets could really be coming into fruition here, guys, because when we're blue, we're in a bull market. When we're red, we're in this undecided dirty bear market. And as you can see from before, the blue, we love it, making that money. If we see this actually change blue congruently, very strong, then obviously we can basically be riding that train. Trend is your friend. Ride that bad boy until the end. We basically ride that all the way up. Basically DCAing all the pullbacks coming through there. You know the score. You know how we make money. As if says, we do. Funny stuff there, man. Cool stuff. But yeah, so moving on to Fear and Greed, currently at 73 there. Pretty much same as yesterday, right? Everyone's still pretty goddamn greedy. I think everyone's just so bullish right now. Since the all-time high, it hasn't really changed that much, apart from that dump that we did see in terms of the manipulation. I think we got down to around 66 there. So yeah, everyone's still very greedy. Just keep this in your back pocket in terms of information, guys, just because if everyone's greedy, the whales are obviously going to be looking for that key manipulation sort of zone there. God, I'm really fading out in terms of the camera there. Interesting. And 30 likes as well, guys. Do appreciate your likes coming through. It really does help out the channel, as we have seen from the subscriber count most recently. I say that and I lose a sub, right? Yeah, it really has really helped the subscriber count, guys. So really do appreciate all your likes and subs coming through there. And it shows the channel to more people, right? It really does help everything coming through there. And the more people that I get shown to, the more people I can help actually learn crypto, right? And not just buy meme coins and tweet to the moon, right? So yeah, if I can help people, then that's obviously why I do all this, right? I was like day trading every day, just on my own, just chilling. Replaced my 9-to-5 job, of course, and then I was like, well, I might as well just start streaming and teaching other people what I've learned. So so yeah, that's basically what I do. But yeah, anyway, moving on. All exchange reserve, as you can see, this is how much money, how much Bitcoin has been moved from the exchanges into the wallets, guys, and this right here. It's actually getting lower and lower. I thought we'd actually have a bit of a pullback, considering the state of Bitcoin actually coming down a bit from the all-time high at around 67K. But to be honest with you, we're actually getting lower, guys. And you know what that means when we're getting lower on the all exchanges reserve here? It basically shows. Oh, my big head's in the way, right? As you can see here, guys, the low point coming through. But yeah, as you can see, that is the low point. But you know what that means? It basically means it's very, very bullish, because people are actually moving their money from the exchanges into the wallets to literally, purely, famously just hodl. Hodl to the moon, you know the score. In terms of all exchanges leverage ratio here, guys, this is basically showing how many leverage basically contracts are open at this time. A lot. When we say a lot, I mean a hell of a goddamn lot, right? And that's obviously, if there's more leverage contracts open, it's a more sort of scenario for the whales to really throw around the price and really just try and liquidate as many people as possible. So yeah, just really take care with that, guys, because the more that goes up, the bigger the dump or the bigger the manipulation is going to be. As we did see, I think it might have been yesterday or the day before. Yeah, day before yesterday, we actually saw this insane $2,000 wick coming down. What is this song, man? Yeah, we actually saw this this $2,000 wick coming down there in the space of, this is no exaggeration, guys, 1 minute. It was in the space of 1 minute this did that. 1 minute. Literally 1 minute. So the higher this basically goes, the higher this leverage estimated leverage ratio goes, basically it's more chance the whales are going to manipulate. But what I would say is, all exchanges whale ratio is down, as I was touching on earlier there, guys, which is actually pretty good. It basically shows there's a bit more stability in the market there. So what they're probably waiting for is this leverage ratio to really climb up. A lot more people to be going long, maybe waiting for some sort of breakout here from this bullish pennant chart pattern, and then getting the breakout, getting all-time high, and then just absolutely destroying it off a cliff there. But yeah, so we'll just have to see how that does plan out. Pretty much all the things I wanted to touch on there. Open interest, same sort of scenario as leverage ratio, pretty high as well. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff coming through there. So yeah, that's just another key point of manipulation to be looking out for there. Everything looks like it's going to get manipulated, but obviously the whale ratio is down, so it's probably, if it's going to be, it's probably going to be this weekend, guys. It's probably going to be this weekend when this whale ratio has really actually climbed up a bit more. So yeah, a couple of things to be looking out for there in terms of my favorite charts. Now, what is next? It's actually, we'll touch on Bitcoin dominance, because we were talking about this downtrend actually having a continuation. This is for the altcoin, guys. This is for the altcoins. And the continuation to the downside is, which is it's actually really quite interesting, because this downtrend that we got coming through here is really quite steep, guys. It's really quite steep. And I would expect some sort of bounce coming through fairly soon. As you can see, we've got these horizontals drawn in terms of resistance points coming through there, and also in terms of levels of support banging it up, like you can see there. So it's going to be very interesting to see actually if we do clear this $42.61 there. If we do, we're definitely going to be taking a leg down, so that we've got another pivot point at 41.65. So that's going to be an interesting point to bounce from. And you know why we're talking about these bounces, guys? Because if we're bouncing here, obviously it's going to be bringing the Bitcoin dominance back up, and that basically means when people are pulling their money from the altcoins into Bitcoin instead of Bitcoin into the altcoins, which is what we are seeing now, guys, having this downtrend actually come through. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where we bounce here, guys. Just take that into account, because it's definitely going to affect the prices of the altcoins compared to the move of Bitcoin, if it is going to be on that sort of breakout scenario coming through there. But yeah, interesting stuff coming through there in terms of statistics. Now, what's next? A bit sideways money indicator. I just wanted to run through a couple of trades actually from yesterday from the premium scalp package, because we did pretty goddamn well, guys. And when I say goddamn well, I mean we did 5 out of 5 successful trades for the day. It was really, really quite good. So yeah, just going to run through them ever so quickly. As you can see, guys, this is the indicator that you do get with the premium scalp package, sideways money indicator. This basically trades on a sideways market, as you can see here. We do have a sideways market coming through. Central point getting touched there. This is all the validation points there. We either get a wick below the zone. If we get a wick below the zone, we take a nice long back to the central point of the zone to take profits. That's the story. But if not, we actually short from this zone down, aiming for that 1%. And if we don't get that 1%, then it's going to be obviously a stop loss. But yeah, if we usually do pretty much get that, guys. Around 70% of the time, it's really quite good. So yeah, we always get 1%. Oh, that's the wrong tool. We get 1% coming through there. And we're looking for that continuation for that 2%. But unfortunately, we did get reversed. And we did see that stop loss at entry. So we made 1% there, guys. Really good for that first trade for their BTC yesterday. And jumping through to Ethereum from yesterday as well. We actually did really quite well as well for Ethereum. As you can see there, guys, it does at 2%. But I don't think... I think I actually messed it up, to be honest. It was we got the 1% coming through there. No, this was it. Yeah, we had a 2% stop loss here, guys. 2% stop loss. We didn't get to the stop loss, and this is why the stop loss is actually quite wide here, guys. I know you're probably wondering, like, why is the stop loss so wide? It's because usually, if we are going to retrace before continuation here, it's usually around 1.5%, that sort of area, before we usually have continuation to the downside. And as you can see there, guys, 2% stop loss, really quite high. We're negative for quite a while, and it's just like, I'm sat there like, right, calm, collected. It's going to be fine. It usually comes back down when it comes up to this 1.5% sort of mark, and also the central point of this channel. We did that. We banged it back down, guys, all the way, cascading down. 1% banged, 2% banged. Very, very progressive. Very two take profits hit there, guys. 2 take profits. Amazing stuff there for a lovely 2%. Moving on to and yeah, well done to the premium members that actually got involved with this, guys. Cause made pretty good money off these yesterday. It was really quite good. IOTA, is that how you say it? This actually works on the 3 hour as well there, guys. As you can see, this is an example of the first strategy with this. We got sideways momentum coming through there. We've got a nice touch of the central point there, and we get a nice wick outside the zone. From the wick outside the zone, we're actually taking a long, because we're on the lower side here. If we were on this top side, we'd be taking a short. As you can see, that does play out pretty good. But we go on the candle body close, right? So the candle body close is there. We actually took a nice juicy mango juice long here, and that's basically got I think we didn't get 2 take profits, because we actually banged it up, got the first take profit at 1.28%, that sort of area, and then we actually got stop loss back at entry. But it's still a successful trade, guys. Still 1.2% banked in the bank there. Really good stuff. And obviously, guys, this is all without leverage. This is a spot trade. This is without leverage. If you're 10x in that, you're looking at 10%, 20x at 20%. Off literally a little tiny scalp. And you get 5 of these per day through this group, and also a training video on how to use this indicator as well. And it's you've got a 7-day free trial if you do want to go check that out, guys. The link is in the description for the website. Go check that out if you want to. Yeah, in terms of what we're seeing here now, guys, you can see same scenario, sideways action, wick outside the zone, short position coming through there, first take profit hit, coming back up, stop loss at entry. Banked 1.48% profit. Very good stuff indeed. And yeah, as I said, guys, 70% profitable. Really, really good stuff. 7-day free trial as well on the website. But yeah, moving on, guys, let's move on to my 3 altcoins of the day. This is 3 altcoins that I have chosen to showcase to you today for potential professional, juicy positions coming through there. Obviously, nothing I said is financial advice, guys. Please, please, please go do your own research before entering any positions that I do say about these altcoins. But I do them every single day, Monday to Friday. If you do want to click the old subscribe button, you know what to do. Notifications, all that juicy stuff there does help the account massively and showing it to more people. And I can basically help more people on a day-to-day basis, right? Really good stuff, to appreciate it. And also, likewise, 34 likes, guys, unreal. Moving on to my altcoins of the day, guys. The first altcoin that I've chosen to showcase to you is a bit of EOS, guys. Pretty good stuff coming through for EOS. Definite breakout scenarios to be looking out for, right? definite breakout scenarios to be looking out for. So I am going to have a drink of my water, and then we're basically going to we're going to be diving deep into this, guys. Deep in. There it is. The first altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today, guys, is going to be EOS. As you can see here, guys, on the daily chart here, we've got a very, very strong symmetrical triangle chart pattern coming through there. We've obviously got a low coming through from this wick. Candle body close low here is going to be around $3.25. From that point, we've actually seen very nice high lows get created. In terms of level of support, this upward sloping support line is actually acting very, very strong indeed. As you can see from the massive dump that we did see at the end of October just gone there. Now, on the top side of that, that's basically created an upward sloping resistance line. You can see on the top side here, guys, we've got a very, very, very congruent resistance line. Viva la resistance coming through here. Very, very, very strong, I would say. This has actually been holding us back multiple times here. We've tested this over and over and over again. It's still... we're yet to break it, right? We're still yet to break it. Looking for a break to the upside here, guys. It's going to be potentially quite a big move. And when I say big move, I mean there's money to be made here from a measure move from this symmetrical triangle. We're basically going to be moving that to the breakout sort of point there. And then we're going to be basically taking a long position from when we clear this zone, right? As you can see, obviously nothing else says financial advice. As you can see, we do have wicks, guys. There's wicks, and there is key reversal points coming through here. So basically, this this zone in here, this is going to be called the trap zone, guys. We're not going to be trading in this zone. It's called the trap zone for a reason. You're getting a long position, you basically get trapped out. We're not about that life. We're about money. So we're going to be looking for a nice long position once we've cleared this trap zone. In terms of percentages for this long, it's going to be really quite progressive, guys. It's going to be looking around 14.92% there. Really quite a big swing position there for EOS there. Obviously, everything else does have to line up there. And also, in terms of take profit points that we are going to be looking for, we're going to probably be entering probably around that sort of area there. And then first take profit is going to be at 4.932. As you can see there, big reversals in terms of wicks there, guys. Once we hit our first take profit, we basically put a stop loss to our entry to minimize those losses there. Second take profit, third take profit, and then probably I would be inclined to put another one just about there, just because the gap's too big, guys. I like to basically, I like to stagger my take profits all the way up, just because it basically plans for any sort of reversal there. If we do get a reversal in the price, then we basically take our stop loss and we move it to our entry point, right? And it basically means it's a successful trade at the end of the day. It's called gridding your take profits. Now, the completion of that measure move is going to be around 14.92%. Really, really quite progressive. Now, looking down on the 4-hourly chart, as you can see there, guys, we're coming through to the midterm. We do actually have a falling parallel channel, right? We do have a falling parallel channel. You can see the the support to the lower side here. Very, very congruent. Very, very strong. Very, very strong. So if we are going to actually have continuation of this micro downtrend here, we know we've got a pretty good bounce point here. The bounce point is going to be around $4.05 there, so really not too bad in terms of a bounce point. In terms of a level of resistance that we are finding here from the top side, really, oh, that's the trend line. It is really, really quite strong here, guys. This resistance, as I was just saying a second ago on the longer term time frame, we're really getting held back here, which is quite interesting because the more times you test it, and you don't actually see us break to the downside here, the more chances of us actually breaking to the upside here, guys. And when I say breaking to the upside, I mean there could be a double breakout scenario. And when I say double breakout scenario, I mean a trade, guys, a nice, big, juicy, long position. It's actually going to give us another take profit at the top side of that measure move as well. In terms of what we're looking for here for this long, it's going to be around a 13% gain there. And what we're going to do with these both, I'm just going to put them together because the more information is better information, right? Maz Patel is spamming a bit there. But yeah, so that's basically what we're going to be looking out for there in terms of a nice long position there for EOS. And that's basically going to be your EOS update for the day, guys. A couple of breakout scenarios coming through there. Definitely load of take profits. And but yeah, that's why I've chosen it as my altcoin of the day today. Now, moving on to my second altcoin of the day today, guys, and then we're basically going to be doing some altcoin requests, guys. So rest assured, I will be getting to your altcoin requests fairly shortly. And yeah, we'll see what's going on there. I mean, Bitcoin's not really doing a lot, is it? It has come down a bit. It's actually sat in the trap zone. Very, very key zone to be sat in right now. Whether we are going to actually bounce from here, it's going to be very interesting because if we do bounce, we're actually called up moving average, guys. We're at the end of this symmetrical triangle as well. So if we do actually bounce, I would actually expect quite a lot of momentum to the upside here, just to have the continuation here. So yeah, there's a couple of things to be thinking about there. Just gonna have a drink of my water, and then we're gonna get through to the second altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you. The second altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is going to be a bit of IOTA coming through there, because we're on the imminent breakout scenario, which is going to be really, really profitable for everyone involved. Obviously, go do your own research, guys. I'm not a financial advisor coming through there. Starting off on the daily, we do have a Gann Fan chart pattern coming through there. You can see the levels of support that we have actually found on this zone previously. Very, very good stuff indeed. As you can see, very, very congruent sort of chart pattern in terms of support, in terms of resistance here. Very, very good at planning that out. As you can see, that very, very respected. So it's definitely something that we can be using for the future here, guys. And as you can see, that is correlating from the all-time high point to pretty much the live price now, right? And the live price in terms of the Gann Fan halfway point that we do need to get over is going to be sat around $1.48 there. Currently trading at $1.34, so interesting to see if we can actually get up there. That brings me on to this symmetrical triangle chart pattern coming through there from this high of this trend here, guys. We've got a nice high. We've got lower highs coming through there, basically forming this resistance trend line to the downside here, downward sloping resistance line. Now, with that being said, you've got a higher low here from this uptrend as well. Higher low being set, higher low being set, massive level of support forming for you new traders out there, symmetrical triangle chart pattern. Now, that basically means we're looking for a breakout scenario, guys. We're looking for a breakout scenario, and we're at the top of an uptrend. So, if we've got a symmetrical triangle at the top of an uptrend, guys, it's a bullish pennant chart pattern, right? It's a bullish pennant chart pattern, and this basically means continuation to the upside, which could be very profitable. When I say profitable, I mean 24.39% profit there without leverage. That's a spot position, guys. Imagine leveraging that bad boy. Money, free money. Good stuff coming through there. So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for in terms of a breakout for IOTA. Well, not today, over the next few weeks or so. Currently, we have actually found resistance off this point, considering like the start of this month coming through. But that does make me want to drop down to the shorter term time frames, because we need to discuss what we're actually seeing here, guys. We're actually in the midst of a breakout. And I did want to show you guys this as one of my altcoins of the day, just for a very good example here for a potential breakdown scenario when we are actually looking to break up. As you can see, we do have a rising wedge chart pattern, guys. Massive level of resistance from this zone here, and correlating with this downward sloping resistance line from that symmetrical triangle that we were just talking about there. Because we didn't break that to the upside, we would have actually been looking for a lovely breakout scenario here from that symmetrical triangle, and we would have been looking for this measure move like so, right? But we didn't get it, guys. We actually found the resistance coming through there. The resistance actually pulled us down to the lower side of this rising wedge. And rising wedges, guys, they tend to usually break to it tends to usually break to the downside, right? It tends to usually break to the downside, so we do need to take that into consideration here, because actually we're in a downwards breakout scenario. We do have the 200 EMA, and it is really holding us up here, and I wouldn't really be looking to short this until we lost that, because you can see the level of support that we actually have been finding on this. Very, very strong stuff there. In terms of a measure move, in terms of a price prediction to the downside here for this move for IOTA there, we're probably going to be looking either at something along the lines of this, probably bringing us all the way down to around that $1.24. If this is going to be something to get involved with, as I said, not until we've cleared the 200 EMA, and it's going to be around a 6.44% gain there. And obviously, first take profit point is going to be that $1.30 there. As you can see, mass reversal point along that zone. Next take profit, I would be banging it here, because you can see very multiple bounces along that zone there. Very, very congruent. I would actually probably bang another one around there for that wick. As you can see this wick coming down to the downside here, and you're obviously very, very consolidatory zone there, and that basically will bring us to the end of the trade there. So yeah, not too bad. Staggering take profits all the way down, guys. You know the score here. I'm not a financial advisor of all that jazz. Please go do your own research before entering any of these positions. But yeah, that is going to be pretty much your IOTA update in terms of a couple of breakout scenarios to be looking out for the future. And yeah, hopefully you can do your own research and make some cold hard cash. We're going to be below all major moving averages here as well, so it's very, very congruent for a breakdown scenario for IOTA there. But yeah, that's going to be your IOTA update. Now, let me check the chat quickly, see what's going on there. We've got here Optimus saying, wait till Chester is finished his 3 altcoins before requests. Yes, sir. You know the score, my good sir. You know the score. I will be getting to the altcoin request, guys. I will. I promise. I promise from the bottom of my heart. No, I do promise, man. Definitely, I will be getting to your altcoin request once I've done my third and final altcoin of the day. And you guys, you're gonna want to hear this one because I know a lot of you have been screaming about it in the Telegram recently. It's a bit of GRT, right? A bit of GRT. Great. That's not great. I don't know what it's called, but it's called GRT, right? This is going to be quite interesting. My third and final altcoin of the day that I have chosen to showcase to you today is going to be a bit of GRT, a bit of GRT coming through here because as you can see, guys, we've got all-time highs coming through from here. You can see a massive trend line here, starting off on the daily, massive trend line, looking for a breakout scenario. Hello, we're in the middle of one. Amazing stuff. As you can see, Viva low resistance from this zone, very strong. Even that May crash actually responding to it as well. Now, also September crashes coming through there, responding to it as well. Recently, though, we've actually seen a very nice uptrend, breakout scenarios coming through from this symmetrical triangle, guys. And this is why I do preach symmetrical triangles, because if you do actually can get into one of these scenarios and actually ride that trend, ride the trend is your friend, you ride that baby until the end, you're basically gonna make cold hard cash. You're gonna make money, right? You're gonna make cold hard cash. In terms of measure moves here that we could have been looking for here, guys, you could have actually gotten something along the lines of this in terms of breakout scenario. To be honest, with a trap zone like this, guys, as I said, trap zones are like a no trade sort of area. But if it's really quite wide like this, especially on the daily, if you've got a trap zone in like a 15% gap of an asset, you can trade that, guys. You really can trade that. But you just want to be jumping down to the smaller term time frames and really getting those sort of sniper entries coming through there. But yeah, so that's the first measure move that I would have been looking for there. In terms of a more greedier scenario there, which is something that's still probably valid right now, which is something that we could be looking at here. It is going to be something along the lines of this, guys. And this is definitely something to take into consideration for the future. And the reason why I say this is because you can see the measure move is big. We're already near enough halfway there. It's going to be around a 70% gain. In terms of price prediction here, guys, $1.43 is seriously on the cards. And when I say seriously on the cards, I mean we clear this horizontal. That's where we're going to be entering another long position coming through there, if you're not in already. And you can see the congruent bounce point along this zone, guys. Really strong in terms of this horizontal there. So yeah, definite support there. If we are going to actually find that, I would be looking for a daily candle close above that, and then probably checking, obviously jumping down to the smaller term time frames, waiting for a bit more consolidation along that zone, and then definitely a position I would be looking for is going to be around this 18% there. Really quite good, I must say that. Also, I do want to say, guys, we are pretty much at the top of this uptrend as well. So so I would actually expect some resistance coming through there. So just please be careful here. I really want to be waiting till we have congruent couple of candles. Actually, probably I'm looking at the steepness of this trend, because when you see Mount Everest get climbed, guys, you either see big rejections, Grand Canyon jumps there, or you see a nice bit of base camp one in terms of consolidation there. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that does plan out. Jumping down to the smaller term time frames, because yeah, as you can see there, guys, really getting to that parabolic motion there, and we know the whole parabolic analogy. Let's draw that in, shall we? Let's draw that in. We've got a nice Mount Everest coming through there, guys. As I was just saying, Mount Everest, we're looking for that base camp one consolidation, and then we could talk about base camp 2, right? When I say base camp 2, more consolidation after another wave to the upside, and then mountain peak could be reached. But we'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, definitely things to be looking out for there. We've got the volume weighted ATR band here on the 4 hour. It's a very good tool here, guys. It acts as big, heavy levels of resistance, or we can actually find a lovely level of support on it. So it's very interesting to see how this does actually form there. We see if we can get some more data from previous price action there from GRT. As you can see, guys, very congruent in terms of resistance from this volume weighted ATR band there along that zone. Where are we? So we can get any more data coming through there to show you guys the volume weighted ATR band. But yeah, if we get above it, guys, you can see we actually trend above it really quite well. It actually holds up really good trends coming through there if it's lagging a bit, right? Yeah, if we can get above it, we actually basically trend along it quite well, and then basically we bang it up. So it could be an indication that we could be looking for some sort of uptrend to basically be formed there. So it's definitely something to be looking out for the future there for GRT. If we can actually break the zone, because we're going to be above the volume weighted ATR band as well there. So yeah, it's very interesting to see how that does actually plan out there. In terms of the RSI right now, guys, we're actually really quite overly extended there. So I would expect some sort of pullback at least to come through there. But yeah, that's basically going to be your GRT update for the day today there, guys. And that is my third and final altcoin of the day done. Je suis fini. We have finished. I am finished. Amazing. Good stuff. Now, let's get some altcoin requests in the chat there, guys. So smash your altcoin requests in the chat, and we will see what we can do for you today. Amazing stuff there, guys. And likes, we're killing the likes as well. 37 likes is amazing stuff there, guys. And I do appreciate your likes coming through there, guys. If you could smash that like button, turn it blue. Amazing stuff. It really does help out the stream. And also subscribers coming through there. Really, really progressive, guys. We're really actually climbing quite fast at the moment. Really, really good stuff. Do really appreciate it all coming through. If I move out of the way quickly, you can see how parabolic my subscriber count is actually getting. I move my chair quickly. You can see how parabolic we've actually gone over the last few days, guys. Really, really quite good stuff there. So really do appreciate all the subs coming through there and all the support. So your likes really don't go unnoticed, and they really do help out the stream. But yeah, let me look at the chat now, and we'll do some altcoin requests coming through there. Joe is saying, can we do a bit of VETs? Would you like me to do some VETs, sir? VeChain, because VeChain is banging it. Matt says, mate, SLP looks like it's going to explode. High volume on Binance. To be honest with you, Matt, I think you might have missed the boat there, my good sir. Just because yesterday I think we saw around a 40% gain or something for SLP. So today we're probably going to see a bit of a pullback coming through there. That's just, I haven't even looked at the chart. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. Let me jump to VET quick. Interesting. Upward sloping parallel channel here, guys, and we're actually touching the top side of that channel. So to be honest with you, I would actually expect some resistance coming through. We've got Simon in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream there, Simon. Members coming through there. I can see your circle thing has changed. BNB's banging it, isn't it? So yeah, definitely resistance, I would say here for VeChain. But in terms of progression, we are seeing it's really quite good. It is really quite good. I would say that we've got quite a lot left in the tank here, just because we do have a huge breakout scenario coming through there. But just please be aware, guys. We do have multiple resistance points coming through there. In terms of horizontals, we've got one at 16.6 there. Another one that we did actually clear this one at 15.5 there. So yeah, not too bad. But I would really want a candle body close for a daily above this, and then you could be looking at riding that trend again. But to be honest with you, we know how parabolic we're going here. These last 2 days have been really quite progressive here for VeChain. And you know what that means? We're probably going to be looking at some sort of pullback coming through there, guys. We're not just going to keep going up. We're not just going to keep going up. We're probably going to see some sort of big pullback in terms of a crash coming through there. So just try not to be longing the top here, guys. That's what I would say. Try not to be long in the top. But overall, ride the trend. Ride that baby until the end. It's pretty progressive. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty bullish, is what I would say. Higher lows being set continuously, higher highs being set continuously. Really good stuff there. You did see a lower high coming through from this previous high, but to be honest, you actually came through, you smashed that, you invalidated this lower high and set not quite a higher high, but you did set a higher low, which is obviously bullish indeed. So yeah, really quite good for VeChain is what I would say about that. Moving through to what's next. Let's look at SLP there for Matt. Dreadful. Just banged it right down. Just a clean example of like FOMO. Wow, that's actually awful. Damn, that's annoying. Very annoying. Just because you can see this range that you were playing in, right? And you've obviously seen this measure move get completed. Really quite nice, actually. Looking for around a 38% there. Yeah, I'll record this, actually. That sounds good. I'm here to give you an update today on SLP to see what price action we got coming through here. As you can see, guys, humongous downtrend coming through literally for the whole of the summer here. Really quite bad summer in England, right? You can see from there we've actually hit a low here. We hit a nice low, and we've actually been basically caught up inside of this range, inside of this parallel sort of scenario coming through for quite a while. We were looking for a nice breakout of around 38% there, looking really quite good. We did actually see this actually happen over the last day or so. Really quite progressive, really quite parabolic. Mount Everest was climbed and take profits were reached there, 38% there. So well done to anyone who did get involved with that SLP breakout scenario coming through there. Really, really good stuff. I just want to jump down to a smaller term time frame to give you guys a more detailed update on what's actually happening right now. Because obviously we do have this high set from this trend. Now, from that point, we're probably going to be drawing some sort of either some sort of I would say descending triangle pattern coming through there, or it's going to be or it's going to be some sort of bull flag coming through there. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that does plan out depending on where the next probably 4 to 8 hours is going to basically decide what sort of chart pattern this is. If we are going to see some sort of bull flag here, we're potentially looking at continuation to the upside. But as I was saying there, guys, on the daily chart, there we have actually fallen below this this pretty crucial horizontal there. So we really do want to get back above that for another sort of breakout scenario to the upside. And if that is going to happen, guys, we can literally do exactly what we just did a minute ago in terms of that measure move. There is going to potentially be another trade there. I don't think it's going to be as quick as what we did see coming through yesterday, but hey, it's still going to be 38% that you could really just be profiting from. And we've seen the momentum is there for SLP. It's obviously got a lot of coverage across the board here. In terms of marketing, free marketing, from being one of the only altcoins that's really sort of banging it here, quite an established altcoin as well. So yeah, we could be looking at another breakout scenario coming through. That's what I was trying to say about that. Now, jumping through to the 4 hour, as we were just saying there, potential bull flag, which basically means continuation to the upside, guys. We're going to be doing a bull flag measure move here. It is actually going to be really quite progressive, something probably along the lines of this, guys, from the breakout scenario coming through there. I think these are a bit greedy in my opinion, but it's definitely something to be taken into consideration for the future there. If this bull flag is going to come into fruition, jumping through to it's probably to the 1 hour actually, just because yeah, it's looking pretty bull flaggy. But what I would say here, guys, we are actually trending down. The key points to be watching here is going to actually be this this high low that we have set. The high low that we have set from this low point here is from this, obviously this uptrend is going to be here, guys. If we do lose this zone, then it's likely that we are going to actually come down to the lower side of this this bull flag chart pattern, and that's basically going to be an accumulation zone, guys, because it is still a continuation zone, a continuation chart pattern to the upside. But what I would say it is still going to be a big level of support here, and probably a very nice accumulation zone across the board. Really, you can see the level of resistance that we've actually formed from this zone before. So hopefully we can actually get there and bounce from it and find that level of support. So yeah, it's definitely a couple of things to be thinking about there for SLP. But what I want to say is just keep calm, stay relaxed. Obviously, huge pumps from yesterday. We're probably just going to see a lot of the FOMO guys probably just selling off here. We're probably just going to see them selling off and the market basically just chilling out for a bit. And that's basically what we're seeing here, because you can't climb Everest without a bit of base camp 1 or consolidation chilling out zone. Otherwise, you're going to climb Everest, then you're going to see parabolic motions to the downside, and we don't want that, guys. That's base camp. That's base camp. No, that's Grand Canyon jumps. Grand Canyon base jumps coming through there. We're not about that life. We're about these Mount Everest sort of climbs there. So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for here. Correlative points to be looking out for is going to be that, and that's going to be your update today here on SLP. Yeah, hopefully I gave you a good little update there, my good sir. SYP, he's saying asking for ICP. I did ICP yesterday. If you want to go check out my altcoin video, I did a whole video on that, man, and there's some really good valid points that really are coming up in terms of trades for that as well, if you do want to go check that out. A shift saying, did I miss the Sol TA? I'm not going to say that, man. No, I can do Solana now, man. Do a little bit of Sol. But a Sol or Solana, baby. Where is that on my list? There she is. Solana, baby. Just first glance on the hourly, we are curling over in terms of the trend. But yeah, let's go jump to the daily, right? What's happening with Solana, right? This is mental. Mental. Kind sir, please check DOT, says Dave. I'm actually quite intrigued with DOT, so we could probably do DOT. Now, right here, right now. Obviously, guys, parallel channels to the upside. We've seen a massive break here, and this is probably quite a good example of like a measure move here. Measure move, obviously dragging it to the top side here, and we see measure move completion of a trade. I think I got involved with that one actually. Very, very good stuff. It was a long time ago, around August. But yeah, so progressively, a nice 59% gain. That obviously, guys, staggering take profits all the way up. As we're at no all-time highs there, we know all-time high rules. Once we clear all-time highs, guys, 80% of the time, we retrace back to previous all-time highs. So just please leave that in your back pocket and use it as sort of a law when we're going through all-time highs like we are seeing now. Now, an example for that rule, all-time highs are being set here for Solana. I really wouldn't be surprised if we came back down here to $221 there. I really, really wouldn't be surprised. And hey, that's not the end of the world if that does happen. It's basically an accumulation zone there for Solana, because it's basically going to be a higher low, guys. It's going to be a higher low bouncing off this 10 simple as well. Higher low obviously being set here in terms of this uptrend. We got another higher low being set here, another higher low being set here. And it's just basically higher highs after higher highs being set. So it's very goddamn bullish. So yeah, just try not to buy the top here, guys. It's quite a common mistake for a lot of new traders to be coming through, coming into crypto thinking they can make really good gains. They'll be like, oh, what's been doing well over the last few weeks or so? Oh, Solana's been doing well. Oh, it's still in the uptrend. It's still at the top. I'm going to buy a load. Yep, I'm going to buy 10,000 here. Amazing. And then the price pulls back down. You're down like you're down a few grand or so, and you're like, oh no, I'm gonna sell. And then they end up selling at a loss, and then it ends up having the continuation to the upside. So these zones, as I was just saying there, guys, trying to buy the top and just use these zones as accumulation phases, right? But yeah, as I was saying there. We do have a parallel channel that we were actually talking about the other day here. Let's move to the 4 hour. Did actually cover this in my video for a lovely, lovely long position coming through there. Really, really nice stuff. As you can see there, guys, it has come into fruition really quite well. Made a lovely 13.72% on that trade. Really quite nice. Amazing. Obviously, you know the score. Staggering take profits all the way up. You know the deal, guys. You hit your first take profit. You move it to your stop loss. You move your stop loss to your entry, sorry. It basically minimizes your losses completely. Now, that's pretty good, but what I would say now is volume weighted ATR band, we are looking for a bounce point around this $2.32. That's definitely a point to be looking out for the future. Moving on, guys. Altcoin requests. Manav says, please check PBX. It's a KuCoin, guys. It's a KuCoin. Brace yourselves. I mean, it's an uptrend. It's trending well. Higher lows. Do I do a video on this? Bullish pennant chart pattern. Daily. What? Okay. It's a bit mad. No, I'm not going to do a video on this. Yeah, so as you can see here, guys, what I would say is you're setting all-time highs from launch here. Obviously, quite a new thing since the start of September. I don't know any fundamentals behind this coin, guys. So just please be careful. Please be careful trading this. Obviously, I'm receding as normal. So yeah, as you can see, guys, we have actually had pullbacks from this huge first open wick. Pretty crazy stuff here on the daily. Humongous uptrend coming through. All-time highs getting reached. Classic example, guys. Previous all-time highs, as we're seeing here, previous all-time highs, new all-time highs getting reached. 80% of the time, we usually come back down to previous all-time highs, guys. So that's basically what we're seeing here. Ideally, you want to find a level of support here. You want to be bouncing up. But to be honest, you're flirting with the idea of coming down here. You don't want to do that. You want to actually see progression to the upside and actually count this as a lovely higher low there. You have set a low point. You are setting higher lows on the miniature sort of scale there. But it's a bit tricky actually because you're actually contradicting yourself just looking at the charts. You've got a lovely trend line coming up like so, right? And then obviously you've got the high, the all-time high coming through that. And you obviously got a nice trend line coming down from that zone as well. Now, that's obviously going to be, guys, it's going to be a bullish pennant chart pattern because it's a symmetrical triangle at the top of an uptrend. That usually means continuation to the upside, right? But with that being said, I'm going to jump down to the smaller term time frame ever so quickly. You've also got a miniature, you've got a micro symmetrical triangle at the bottom of a downtrend here, guys. And that's obviously a bearish pennant chart pattern, which means continuation to the downside. So it basically means the bigger side, the bigger symmetrical triangle here, we could actually break either side here, guys. So just be cautious here. You have been trending up for quite a while. But yeah, at this point in time, it does look bullish on the macro here. But I would say bearish on the micro there. Maybe you come down for a bit, set a different, have a continuation of this trend, set a different lower high. As long as you don't come down to this lower high level, you can bounce from here pretty good off the volume weighted ATR band. That's absolutely fine to be doing that. And then you could be looking at for continuation to the upside. But yeah, just I wouldn't say there's too much to be worried about here. Yeah, that's going to be Paribus. Oh, it's an ADA DEX. Interesting. I'm going to look at that. I haven't really seen that many of those at the moment. Let me get the background music on. And I hope you're all having a fantastic Friday. Get your altcoin requests in the chat there, guys, and I will get to them as soon as physically possible. Yeah, a bit of Theta coming through here, guys. Huge breakout scenario. Did a video on this, I think a couple of days ago, or maybe, oh God, there goes the pen, or maybe a few weeks ago, right? I did a video on this, basically saying there's going to be a massive breakout scenario coming through for Theta. You can see measure moves coming through from this broadening wedge chart pattern, from obviously all-time highs coming through here. If we are going to see any sort of momentum come through, it's definitely going to be a position to be looking out for there. We're literally on the cusp of a massive breakout as well there. It's going to be around an 86% gain, staggering your take profits all the way up. Just want to move down to the shorter term time frame because we do have quite a lot going on here as well. Hey, you says, I am now, lol, I'm home from work. Nice to see you on the stream there. Hey, you do appreciate you coming through. You can see parallel channels coming through here, guys. Very, very good stuff indeed. Looking for a potential breakout to the upside. If we are looking for that here, you're going to be looking for around, in terms of percentages, it does look around 12% there. What we could be looking for there, it's going to be probably maybe a little bit bigger actually. In terms of measure move there, it's going to be around an 18% gain there. Very, very on the cusp of a breakout here. Maybe an entry point coming through there very, very shortly. And if we are going to be looking at take profits, guys, first take profit, to be honest with you, you can see pretty clear reversals coming through here. If you were going to enter here, I would have my first take profit at this $7.98 there. Second take profit at this congruent point there at $8.17 there. Third take profit is going to be this wick here because you can see the reversals there, guys. You want to plan for every single reversal coming through there. Full of flu, off to bed. Sounds like me. But yeah, definitely things to be looking out for there for Theta. Johnny wants a bit of B&B. Johnny, I'll do that for you. I'm gonna do some fresh TA on this though. Get it all, because this has made me money. Good stuff, guys. Really good. Chat's not really updating. Morning champ. I don't think you can chart this, but it's a coin called Mimir, just released on Gate.io. Not a shill, just a heads up. It's a pay to earn mobile trivia game quiz game winner, I reckon. Yeah, to be honest, in terms of like from a business standpoint there for Cyber, you do really have trivia games like quiz games and stuff like that, especially on mobile. They tend to really get adopted by like a lot of public, especially people that aren't even involved with crypto. Like, I would really expect that to do quite well. So it's definitely something to be looking out for the future there. So yeah, thank you ever so much for that, man. I'm gonna write that down actually, because that might be a little cheeky 100xer. An old gem that's just been released. Mirror on Gate.io. Interesting. Brilliant stuff. Now let's do a video here on BNB. Let's get rid of these. Have a drink of water and then we're going to carry on. I'm here to give you a daily update today here on BNB. Starting off here on the daily. As you can see, guys, symmetrical triangle chart pattern. Had this breakout that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago there. We've had this very good breakout, made very good money all the way up here. Now it's basically like, how high are we going to go? Are we going to see all-time highs coming through there? Let's just basically be patient and see if we can. Now, in terms of measure moves coming through here from this move, let's discuss this just ever so quickly, guys. As you can see, this is going to be the measure move there. You can see completion. You can see the money that was made in terms of percentages there. Very good stuff indeed from that long position, around 29.44%. If you did want to go greedy, if you want to get a greedier measure move coming through there, you could actually be doing something along the lines of this trend here. For me personally, it's a bit too much, right? It's a bit too greedy, but it does actually correlate very, very well with all-time highs coming through there, guys. So a target price point for this would be literally all the way up to the all-time highs there, around 673 there. And to be honest, with the state of BNB, I do think we do have potential to actually get up there fairly soon. But we have gone really quite parabolic recently, so just be prepared for some sort of pullback coming through there. You're probably not a good idea to be buying the top here, guys. That's what I want to say about that. I would wait for a pullback, potentially bouncing on the volume weighted ATR band as we do come up from there. Very interesting stuff. Still around 50% for that move. If we are going to pull back and get a nice move from that there, it's going to be around 19.13% there. Very interesting stuff coming through there. Now, as you can see, we do have a parallel channel in terms of this range that we were looking for before. We were looking at a measure move completion from there. Let's look at that in terms of a double measure move sort of scenario coming through there. pretty much just completed that as well, guys. So yeah, multiple profits getting made there. Really good stuff there. In terms of that trade, it was around 20.71% there, so really, really quite good. Now moving down to we're down to the 4 hour. Yeah, let's do the 4 hour. I mean, it just looks very, very progressive at the moment. You can see how parabolic we've gone recently. We went all the way from 568 all the way up to 604. So in the last day or so, we have literally banged up 6-7% there. So I would actually expect some pullbacks coming through there from that breakout scenario. It's really looking quite large at 505 there. In terms of percentages there, probably still up around 20% there since literally like start of the week, right? Oh, well, just over last week there. So yeah, really quite interesting to see there. Considering BNB, the state of it, how it's been chilling out for quite a while, right? So yeah, it's nice to see it actually pulling up there. But what I would say, guys, is if we're climbing Mount Everest, please be aware you want to be resting at base camp 1 with some consolidation, right? Otherwise, you're likely to get wrecked if you buy the top there. So yeah, just be careful about that. Careful about that coming through there. But yeah, in terms of how high it could go, as I just said, measure move completion to the all-time high there. Definitely something to be looking out for there. Overall, I would say we are due a pullback here. Probably to the volume weighted ATR, not even the 10 simple. We're not just going to go parabolic like this there, guys. I'm not saying short the top. I'm saying just be patient. There will be positions coming through there to be taken advantage of. But yeah, that's going to be your BNB update for the day. Now, my throat is hurting, so I'm probably going to call it a day fairly soon. We're going for an hour and 12 minutes. Guys, I appreciate your likes. 44 likes as well. Unreal. You're really, really helping out the channel, and your likes do not go unappreciated. So yeah, if you could smash that like button, it really, really does help me out in terms of the YouTube algorithms, right? In terms of subscriber count, we're banging it right now. 2,141 amazing stuff there, guys. Should we go for that 2,150 before the stream ends? So if we get 9 subs by the end of the stream. Pretty ambitious, but hey, why not? Why not? You know the score, guys. Notifications, all that juicy stuff. You're never going to miss one of my uploads. I do stream every single day, Monday to Friday, and also altcoin request shows every day, and also altcoin videos that I do every day as well. So I'm continuously providing you with content and update about the charts. So yeah, do love it. Moving on to what was next. Should we have a little look at BTC, see what that's doing? Oh, still nothing. Let's move on to another coin, right? What about Flux from Manav there? What prize will up? It says Colorful World. Colorful World, what a name. So you've got is that a logo as well? Yeah, if you're a business, shout out to you. Know what you do, so Flux. Let's do a bit of Flux for Manav. Oh, it's a cool coin. I shouldn't do Bittrex, but nah, who likes Bittrex? 49 likes. Unreal. Guys, you might notice as well, I'm not here chilling you affiliate links 24/7, right? I make my money through trading. I'm happy to teach you guys continuously every day, and not just show you affiliate links 24/7, right? They are in the description if you guys need a hand, but you can see I'm not like join my Bybit for $3,000 free. All this crap, like no, not about that, guys. Here to teach you guys, and that's it, right? That's it. Help you guys become better traders. This actually could be quite interesting, this coin. Interesting, might be worth a video. TLM, if you could please, just, yeah, we'll do a bit of TLM actually. A bit of Alien Worlds, I think it's called. TLM. If I forget, please remind me. Hey you. I'm here to give you an update today on Flux, on KuCoin. As you can see here, guys, we are setting high points, really quite congruent here in the trend. Not going to keep you guys for too long here because there's a breakout scenario that you guys could definitely be thinking about and obviously doing your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, but yeah, it's something that I'm going to be looking at for personally. As you can see here, guys, rising parallel channel coming through here, looking at actually testing the top side here. You can see the resistance here, very, very strong indeed. We've tested it once, we've tested it twice, 3 times a lady. We might actually break coming through here, guys. If we are going to break, we could be looking at nice, big. It's going to be huge, guys. It's going to be a massive measure move here. Very, very progressive, looking really quite profitable here. And who are we not to profit from it, right? Definitely something to be looking out for, the guys. There is a trap zone as well to be looking out for. I will get to that. We are going to be looking at around a 47% gain there. Really quite progressive. You can see this trap zone, as you can see there, very, very congruent in terms of reversals there. So I wouldn't really be entering until we actually see a nice a nice candle body close above that sort of zone. There may be a bit of consolidation as well, but it's still going to be around a 27.94% gain there, guys. And that's basically lining up perfectly with the all-time high from open, right? I do believe. Yeah, the all-time high there from open. It's going to be very, very crucial reversal points to be looking out for there as well there. So yeah, definitely a gain there in terms of Flux coin there to be looking out for in terms of a breakout, in terms of a nice long position. And also we're going to be above volume weighted ATR band as well. So yeah, it's going to be looking pretty good. What I would say here is also the RSI, it's getting ever so close to that to the overbought sort of scenario there. And we don't really want to get there, guys. What do we want to do? We want to actually consolidate for a bit. Once we clear this line, we want to consolidate for a bit, bringing the RSI down, and once that is going to happen there, we're basically going to be looking at a bit more of a healthy breakout scenario, because if we break out now, the RSI is just going to get far too overly extended, and then we're basically going to see mass sell-off, right? We're going to see mass sell-off coming through there, and we're not about that life. We're about nice, calm, and collected trading, not jumping in on FOMO and that sort of stuff coming through there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would say about Flux coming through that on the daily. Let's jump down to the hourly and see if we can get some sort of some better information, right? More information coming through there. I would say pretty strong trend line coming through there on the hourly in terms of resistance points. That's definitely something to look out for. And also, we've also got these high lows being set as well. Definitely going to be forming some sort of rising wedge chart pattern coming through there, guys. Definitely going to be forming some sort of rising wedge chart pattern coming through. And as we know, rising wedges, they tend to usually break to the downside. So if we do see downwards momentum coming through here and a pullback actually coming into fruition, I would be expecting something along the lines of this, guys. And this is basically going to line up perfectly with the resistance coming through from this zone that we were looking to break out from, right? The resistance coming through from there, and it basically going to be a 13% swing to the downside. This is going to happen. It's not the end of the world, because you've got high lows here in terms of horizontals to basically bounce you back up. So yeah, the uptrend isn't going to be invalid, but it just needs a bit of time to relax and chill out for a bit, right? But yeah, definitely a couple of things to be looking out for there for KuCoin there. Oh, brilliant. All my alerts are going off for this. For something amazing. So yeah, as you can see, definitely something to be looking out for there for the future there for Flux. Jumping down to the 15-minute, we have actually seen obviously this low point get hit around this 0.63 there as well. But to be honest with you, I would be looking for that breakout to the downside and also that breakout to the upside to be thinking about across the board there. But yeah, that is going to be your Flux update coming through. Now, let me have a little look what's next. It's TLM, wasn't it? Yeah, TLM there for Hey You. Oh, thank God those alerts have stopped. Thank God those alerts have stopped, right? TLM, let's have a little look at the Alien Worlds, I think it's called. As if says, question. I have a big bag of DOT. Bought at 18 quid. Would you say it's a good time to sell or take profits? Bear in mind, it's parachain auctions are soon. To be honest with you, as if sell the news, buy the rumors. That's what we kind of live by. Just because a fine example of this is ADA. When they were releasing all their smart contracts and stuff like that, everyone was crazy buying up ADA, getting it to new all-time highs and stuff like that. They released all the news and everyone was like, oh, nothing happened to the price. Let's sell it off. And now it's currently sat under $2. So it's like, meh. News really tends to actually dump the price rather than pump it. He always pumps it before, because a lot of people just jump in FOMOing thinking they're like God smart. Good stuff. But in terms of answer to your question there, should we just have a look at little look at DOT quickly? You bought it $18 and we're at 52 now. On the 15-minute, that's why it's all a bit mental. Look, man, if it was me and I bought DOT at $18, right? That's obviously humongous gains, right? Obviously, it's humongous gains. I know it's obviously quite a while since probably July, right? If you bought it in July, you probably look at 230%. So it's big gains, right? It's big, really, really big gains in terms of like a spot position. But you are all-time high in it, right? You are all-time high in it. So we know the score here. 80% of the time we retrace to previous all-time highs. So I would say you're looking at probably retracing back down to the 48 sort of area. As you can see, very, very strong point from before. That's what I would say about DOT there. But also with that being said, I think DOT's actually, it is due a bit more of a run up, right? I really think it is going to give some big dogs something to think about, right? In terms of a contender in the market. So I do think DOT is actually due quite a big run up, similar to Solana. So yeah, if it was me, I would probably take some profit here, but I'd definitely leave some. I wouldn't just be taking everything out just because DOT is obviously in a very nice uptrend, and we think things are really going to come through there. So yeah, never be afraid to take profit, my good sir. Never be afraid to take profit, because you can lose profit just as easily as making it, probably easier. So yeah, that's what I would say about DOT. Let's jump back to TLM. I did a video on TLM the other day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, breakout scenario actually for TLM, not looking too bad. Alien Worlds, I think this is. Oh, God. Oh. Big yawn. Yeah, Alien Worlds, I think this is. So as you can see, guys, very, very strong resistance to the downside here. And this is actually a breakout scenario that we are looking for here in terms of a trade. Looking pretty good in terms of support there. Really not too bad. Symmetrical triangle pattern being formed there. Being formed there. Now looking for a breakout scenario. As you can see there, we have actually seen quite a bit of momentum to the upside. So I really probably would actually expect some sort of consolidation along here before breaking out there. But if we do break out, you know the money's going to be there. You can see I've got a nice alert set there for when we do break out, just so I don't miss it. But yeah, so definitely something to be looking out for a breakout scenario. In terms of gains there, it's gonna be big. It's around a 35% measure move to the upside there. So yeah, definitely a couple of things to be looking out for there. As I said, Goldmine, okay, much appreciated. Not a problem, man. Not a problem anytime. I'm here every single day, Monday to Friday, man. If you ever want any more, not financial advice, but just my opinions of what I would do in your situation, right? I think I'm gonna do Nunjin Huanjan Jun. Nunjin Huanjan Dian B1509 Cello. I do like try and pronounce your names, guys. Like, I can't literally read like English names, let alone like I guess foreign names, right? Johnny says, could you do Doge, please? Yeah, man, I could do a bit of Doge, I think. Oh. You can see these breakout scenarios coming through here for Solana at this point, right? So yeah, definitely a few things to be taken into consideration there. In terms of measurements to the downside, I mean, you've got an ascending triangle at the top of an uptrend, so usually you don't break the downside, and you are currently in a pretty strong trap zone area. So if anything, I would actually expect continuation to the upside here from Cello, and that's trap zone is going to be a bit wonky, isn't it? It's a logarithmic chart, right? So yeah, definitely something to be looking out for there in terms of a bounce point from this zone. I really wouldn't expect you to break this zone. If you did break the zone, then obviously there is a short position in here. But to be honest, to dump 17% in a market like this, unless Bitcoin actually falls off a cliff, I don't see it doing that. I can actually see it bouncing up. You've got bullish pennant, not bullish pennant chart pattern. You've got a bullish continuation chart pattern at the top of an uptrend here. So yeah, I really would be looking for the next breakout at the top side here and going for that 42% gain there in terms of a long position instead there. Moving through to the hourly, because I know you're itching for a bit of a scalpy scalp. It's keep doing that. You're still playing in this sort of ranging area of this trap zone. As you can see, guys, you're still just sat in this sort of range here. Nothing too much going on. Resistance coming through pretty strong here. So if you do come up, I would expect resistance here. Maybe resistance again or a break to the upside there. But yeah, a couple of things to think about. But if you do lose this zone, as I was saying, there's short position in effect. But yeah, not too much going on there. I have my fingers crossed for Alien Worlds. Have a big stake in it. Nice. I think Illuminum, I think that's how you say it. ILV. Like, it's an NFT game, right? It's not launched yet, and it's been doing pretty insane market cap and numbers, right? And I think when it does actually launch, that price is gonna absolutely bang it, right? Oh god, I've got quite a lot invested in ILV as well. Now, I've done some research on it and some charting as well. It looks very, very progressive, very sort of an axis sort of situation coming through there. Because to have this much coverage already and it's not even really launched yet, it's like pretty impressive, right? Pretty impressive. A lot of build up for players, so you know as soon as it does launch, you've already got that complete free advertising, that complete word of mouth coming through. Like, put it this way, I'm talking about it to 30 of you here, so that's obviously something in your brain. And if you're going to see any sort of news article about that, you're going to recognize this from this stream from when I was talking about it, right? So yeah, that's gonna be huge, right? As soon as people actually start investing big money into it. At the moment, it's just like it's just investors for the game and not actual people playing the game. People to play the game, they're gonna have to invest money. So that's obviously gonna help the currency, help the actual asset quadruple, probably maybe even 10x in value, right? So yeah, pretty heavily invested in ILV. If you guys want to go check that out, very high hopes there. Big money. But yeah, anyway, moving on here to a bit of Dogecoin. As you can see, guys, we do have a descending triangle here. Descending triangle at the top of an uptrend, which usually means we're going to break to the upside, right? We have broken to the upside, but descending triangles usually break to the downside, but we are on the top of an uptrend, so it's not the end of the world there. Because oh god, getting tired now, Christ. We are looking at basically a reversal point coming through from these zones here. Very, very strong indeed. So yeah, definite breakout scenario to be looking out for the future. But what I would say is, we're still in this range, guys. We're still in this range. Doge has kind of fallen asleep for a bit. And to be honest with you, it's a meme coin, guys. You know how I feel about these meme coins. It's not that I hate them. It's it's the fact that I hate the seriousness that it's doing to the crypto space, right? Like we're trying to be a really serious sort of market, and SHIB coming through with like a $30 billion market cap. It's like really ruining a lot of seriousness for like worldwide adoption. If you think two of the main top 10 coins, I don't know if SHIB's in top 10 still, but two of the main top 10 coins are meme coins of bloody dogs. It really cuts out the whole seriousness of the business side of the industry, right? And we don't want that. We want acceptance worldwide, and then our hodl bags are going to be like bank. Yeah, it's going to be Dogecoin breakout scenario to the upside I would be looking for. To be honest with you, let's jump down to the smaller term time frames, because I know quite a few of you don't really like trading daily and stuff like that. You make more percentages doing that, but I know quite a few of you don't. We've obviously got this pretty strong trend line coming through like so. That's definitely a point to be looking out for, and also a horizontal coming through there. So yeah, maybe a breakout scenario to the upside or a breakout scenario to the downside. In terms of measure moves, probably something along the lines of that, nothing too crazy, and also something along the lines of that. How rough that TA is, right? Ugh, dropped my second pen of the stream. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be Doge, guys. I'm going to be calling it a day, I think, because my throat is killing me and I'm pretty tired. But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Bitcoin not really doing a lot, bouncing inside that trap zone yet again. Just be cautious today, guys. It looks a bit strange. It does look a bit strange in terms of what's going on. So just take a step back. We might have some really good sideways scalps coming through if the markets are chilling out a bit. So yeah, if you guys did want to go check that out, the link is in the description. You've got literally a 7-day free trial, and that's 5 trades per day, 25 trades a week, 100 trades a month at a 70% success rate for £19.99. It's crazy. Insanely cheap, right? Insanely cheap. But yeah, what I would say, guys, if you do want to go check that out, you do get a chart add-on as well. Link is in the description. And we hit 5 out of 5 trades successful yesterday. So yeah, we're just going to have to see how we basically go out for the rest of the day. Because hopefully, the more sideways the markets are, the more money we're going to make. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff. But yeah, anyway, moving on. That's basically going to be it. NX coming through the send. Thank you, CC. CC gang coming through. I'm going to create like a gang sign for CC or something. Yeah, do appreciate you all coming through there. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. But that is going to be it. And goodbye from me, Crypto Chester. Peace.